Please join me in the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right, can we get a roll call, please, Cindy?
Blair.
Present.
Candeloro.
Here.
DePalma.
Here.
Marshall.
Here.
Stangland.
Here.
Unruh.
Here.
Rumble.
Here. Looking for a motion to approve the agenda.
I'll make the motion to approve the agenda.
Support. Thank you, Bob. Thank you, Tony, or Tony then Bob. Any additional comments on the agenda? Seeing none, all those in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. That brings us into our reports. We have the treasury report. We have our monthly reconciliation report, our general ledger reports, our designated report, building department report, recreation report. John, did you want to say anything? Okay. All right, and then we have our Edna Burton Senior Center report, Faye.
So just to let you know that this Friday, it's Soup with the Superintendent from 12:30 to 1:30 at the Senior Center. And I had a meeting with Carly Stone last week. Well, we were supposed to, but she was on a Zoom call. So I had it with her assistant Alexis Wheat. And she is going to help me maybe possibly get more volunteers for Rocking and Raking, which this year will be April 25th. Sometimes, you know, we always drop them off at the offices and hopefully the counselors and everybody gives them out, but with the response we get, I don't think they are. But she told me that she said we need to work closer together, and she said I'll make sure they get into the right hands of the right people. So, plus then I'm already starting to plan our big barbecue because I think it's going to be a lot bigger than last year. Last year we had 250 people, and I'm figuring probably close to 500 this year.
Wow.
And that is on June 24th,
6:20.
a Wednesday. So
Can you repeat the time for Friday?
12:30 to 1:30.
12:30 to 1:30. And do you have to RSVP so you guys can figure out how many people?
No.
So, I haven't seen that advertised. Has that gotten advertised very much?
Yeah, it's in the paper. It's in a newsletter.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't get the news. I don't see your guys' newsletter, but the paper I must have missed it in. I haven't seen anything on Facebook, so like that was posted.
Yeah,
but
I didn't even think about putting it on Facebook. And usually they put stuff on their website.
Yeah, well, usually the school sends out something too, you know, and I haven't
Oh.
seen that, which I thought was interesting.
I mean,
'Cause
that's the school event, so.
yeah, it's a school event, so I'm surprised that they haven't, like, because she always does coffee with Carly, so soup with
Right.
Carly, but yeah, I hadn't seen
Yeah.
anything from the school.
I don't know.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Faye.
Yep.
That brings us to the fire department report, chief.
Try to keep it about an hour. All right, you got the highlights from 2025 there. I won't read all the details. I'm just going to go through a couple of things real quick. As far as patient transports, we had 821 patients that were transported to area hospitals. That's what's broken down below there. And there was 370 non-transports, which means 370 people in addition to the 821 signed off and refused to go to the hospital. The next page over, you have the medical chief complaints. As you can see, general symptoms are the top, the most that we type of runs that we run on, and then deaths are at the bottom. Still a lot of those. We had 1,603 incidents. That's the highest for Brandon Fire Department ever. The biggest, 63% of that were medicals. So if there's any questions, I'll be very happy to answer them. We had 15 structure fires, not very major ones, so they were all pretty minor. Is that number up, down, same? Structure fires?
The structure fires stay about the same. They're within one or two every year. They go up and come down just a little bit.
So I see you have a category here for obvious death. Do you have one that says
Maybe died?
No, so, I know I know, yeah, right. But for us, it's obvious death or we transport them to the hospital,
I
Bob.
see. Let them make the
Yes,
determination.
yeah. So, any questions? All right, thank you.
All right, and then we have our CDBG reports, and that brings us into our reports. Scott, do you have anything tonight?
On January 20th, I attended my first DDA meeting. It was interesting to meet everybody there.
All right. Steve?
On the new businesses, the battery electric storage, I'll tell the planning commission has been working diligently for quite some time. I don't even know when it started. Trying to stay ahead of the curve of people, of outside businesses putting in, or government putting, whatever it is, putting those electric storage containers. Because the first one that came into Michigan was up in, was not Standish, it's up by where I grew up, but caught on fire. Big old lithium cargo box, and it took forever to put out. We don't really want something like that in our township where we have the risk until they get it taken care of. So this big ordinance is really trying to get ahead of that and trying to make sure that things are taken care of. So this is putting a lot of time with Carl R. Wortman and getting this ordinance put together. So people, if they're gonna have it and they push ahead of us and supersede our authority by throwing it into our township, at least we'll have an ordinance put into place. So a lot of work on this right here.
Thank you,
That's
Steve.
it.
Bob?
Nothing.
Tony? No. Okay. Dana?
So it's still tax collecting time. We have until February 17th, so 2/17, which is a Tuesday. Taxes are usually due on the 14th, but with the weekend, and then the 16th is President's Day. So you have until 2/17 to pay your taxes without penalty and interest. We've collected, and then they will still collect until through March 2nd, and then they will go delinquent to Oakland County after that. We've collected about 82% so far. Oakland County changed how dog tags are done. They now offer them online purchasing through docupet.com, or you can come into the office and we can help you purchase the license to have the tag mailed to you. None of my subcommittees met this month, but I attended the Oakland County monthly treasurer training that they do down at county for us to help us. We started talking about settlement already. I attended in December the Oakland County Treasurers Association meeting, and I was elected to their board. And then I went to the DDA accreditation in January, which is a meeting that they come in and verify everything with the DDA, ask questions, see how things are going to make sure we can still be accredited. And then I'm looking forward to, on February 21st, the DDA is having a murder mystery night. So if you're interested in that, come see the murder mystery.
Would that fall under obvious deaths?
I don't know, you'd have to ask Chief.
Rosalind?
Good evening. Thank you all for attending the board meeting tonight. I did attend Lieutenant Glover's retirement gathering to wish him well on his new journey. I did also attend the MTA Winter Academy. The township audit is scheduled for March 2nd. In January, I submitted the reimbursement to Brandon and Oxford schools for the November election. And as of today, Brandon Township has received payment from both schools in the amount of the reimbursement of the election was $19,113.89.
Okay, thank you, Rosalind.
You're welcome.
I don't have a report tonight, but I am going to read a statement on behalf of the township. Brandon Township is aware of the community-led petition circulating in the village of Ortonville regarding the potential dissolution of the village. The township runs elections here, and if a petition meets legal requirements, we would administer any election in accordance with law. Residents have asked about keeping the DPW and the DDA. The DPW could be integrated into the township, with residents voting on a special assessment district to fund its services. The DDA could be reorganized under the township pursuant to Michigan law that allows DDAs to exist in townships. No formal proposals have been made. The township board has not taken a position on this petition. If an election occurs, the board will then review and address any matters as required by law. So that is it on the reports. That brings us into our correspondence. We have the Planning Commission meeting minutes of October 14th, 2025. And that brings us to citizens' comments on agenda items only. Does any citizen, and if you come up, please tell us your name and limit your time to 3 minutes, please. And this first time is on agenda items only. Okay, seeing none, we'll move on. There is no discussion tonight. Consent agenda. We have regular meeting minutes of January 5th, 2026. Regular bills in the amount of $9,285 and prepays in the amount of $884,852.44. So we're looking for a motion to approve the consent agenda.
Make a motion to approve the consent agenda.
Thank you, Steve.
Support.
Thank you, Bob. Any additional comments on the consent agenda? Cindy, can we get a roll call, please?
Flair,
Yes.
Candeloro,
Yes.
De Palma,
Yes.
Marshall,
Yes.
Stingland,
Yes.
Unruh,
Yes.
Rumble.
Yes. Motion carries. No unfinished business tonight, so we'll get right into our new business. The first item you have in front of you is the Brandon Community Fireworks. The Friends of Amos group is asking Brandon Township to take over the annual July fireworks display, as Brandon Township is best suited to handle the event and continue on with the event that the Friends of Amos and the Ortonville DDA has built over the years. John and I have spoke, and we believe this would best be handled through the Parks and Recreation Department, and we're excited at the opportunity to put on this program for the township and this village and everybody else. So you have a suggestion motion in front of you to take over the event management for the yearly Brandon Community Fireworks display moving forward.
I'll make that motion to take over the event management for the yearly Brandon Community Fireworks display moving forward.
Thank
I'll
you, Dan.
support.
Thank you, Steve. Any additional comments on the fireworks?
I know that Friends of Amos have done it in the past for, I
Yep.
don't know how many years.
It's been a while.
It's
They
been
have
quite a while.
One that when what was the other community group that we used to have that did it before?
The chamber.
Chamber did it before that, but it's been at least 10 years, I think.
So my question, I guess, has to do with financing.
Mm-hmm.
Friends of Amos, I'm guessing they finance it,
They fundraised for it, yeah.
fundraise, okay.
Yep.
Are they gonna be doing the same thing?
John's
With-
gonna take that over. They're helping John with who the people they got money from for it. So
Okay.
John will be sending out letters to ask for those donations again. And then I did ask the Oakland County Board of Commissioners for a donation as well.
How'd that go?
Well,
I mean, to Bob, good, but we'll see what happens.
we learned that the Oakland County Commissioners have.
They have money in each of their
They
budgets
have money in
for it.
each of their budgets to give back to their townships that they represent.
Correct.
So this is our first time going to
Oh.
our commissioner.
It's good to know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so hopefully that comes through, but we wouldn't be asking the board to put in more than what we usually put in. I mean,
No,
we're not
we
seeing,
traditionally
like, we're
put
not
in
gonna finance it, we
$2,000.
Right,
can't
yeah, I
use,
know, but I
can't
was
use
just- that was
township
my question, though, if it's
taxes.
a-
Yeah, we can't use tax money to fund the whole thing, we gotta fundraise
Right.
too, so,
Yep.
yeah.
So John has those contacts and has been working with Courtney
Right.
already, so, but
Yeah.
we needed formal approval to get the approval here, so.
And she said that they'd give us all the information for the food trucks, the bounce houses, everything, like, we'd have a great transition over, so we can keep it to the same level that they had it at.
Yep,
I have confidence John will pull this off great.
for sure. Yep. All
You
right,
don't have anything else going on, do you, John? I didn't think so.
I see big shoulders back there.
John will not be doing this by himself, I will be helping him, and so will the Parks Committee, so. All right, can we get a roll call, please?
Candeloro,
Yes.
De Palma,
Yes.
Marshall,
Yes.
Stingland,
Yes.
Unruh,
Yes.
Flair,
Yes.
Rumble.
Yes, motion carries. And then, as Steve already said in his opening there, we have next the introduction for first reading for the Article 5 supplemental regulations, adding Section 46307, battery energy storage systems to the Code of Ordinances for Brandon Township, Oakland County, Michigan, as presented. Does anybody have any questions on this? Jason is here if we need him.
I'm just glad to see this going to the
But-
board.
And I know Steve has said they've been working on this for a long time, so. I think it's something we need to have as well.
Do you have any
Yeah.
concerns, Steve, since you've been working on it all?
I don't think there's concerns. I got to make a comment about our commission. You know, they've been on doing this for a very long time, and they're very, very experienced and very knowledgeable on this. You got about 3 or 4 core members. And as I get around to other township and you talk to other planning commissioners to see what they're doing, you start to realize on how good we have our commissioners here, how experienced they are and how knowledgeable and intelligent they are. I'm just the elected official that sits on the board, and I try to get caught up on what the heck they're doing. We got one heck of a board. So be thankful. They're always looking to see how we can keep this residential and keep it without getting run over. So it's a good board.
And Carlisle Wortman's fantastic to work with.
Exactly, that too. If I didn't mention that before, they're
There you go.
fantastic to work with.
All right, would somebody like to make the motion for first reading?
I'll do it. I'll make a motion to introduce for first reading the revised Article 4 supplemental regulations by adding Section 46-307 battery energy storage systems to the Code of Ordinances for the Charter Township of Brandon, Oakland County, Michigan, as presented.
Support.
It's Article 5, not 4.
What? Oh, I meant Article 5. Can I make a friendly amendment for Article 5?
And Bob's going to support.
I will support the amendment as well.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks for covering me over there. Thanks for the backup.
Any additional comments on the first reading of this ordinance? Okay, seeing none, roll call, please.
De Palma.
Yes.
Marshall.
Yes.
England.
Yes.
Unruh.
Yes.
Blair.
Yes.
Candeloro.
Yes.
Rumble.
Yes. Motion carries. That brings us into the new hire for Rosalind.
Okay, so we've been looking for another driver at the Edna Burton Senior Center. We did post for this. We usually post in the Citizen. However, this time we went with Indeed. We did receive a lot of applicants. Out of all the applicants, only 3 were interviewed. And at this time, we are recommending to hire Keith Scalzo.
Somebody like to make the motion?
I'll make the motion to hire Keith Scalzo as a part-time ineligible senior center van driver beginning February 3rd, 2026, at $18.86 per hour for 20 to 24 hours per week. Paid from line item 101.269.702.000. The hiring is contingent on Mr. Scalzo obtaining a chauffeur's license, having a clean driving record, and passing a pre-employment drug screen.
I'll support.
Thank you. Any additional comments? Seeing none, can we get a roll call, please?
Marshall.
Yes.
England.
Yes.
Unruh.
Yes.
Blair.
Yes.
Candeloro.
Yes.
De Palma.
Yes.
Rumble.
Yes. Motion carries. That brings us to the retiree benefits fund transfer.
Okay, so last month, we made a motion. Now we're taking this back to kind of amend our motion that we did. So with the establishment of the fund, 737 Retiree Healthcare Fund, at the January 5th, 2026 board meeting, we transferred $104,000 to the 2026 retiree health expense into a bank account. In the retiree, it kind of just explains a little bit of that. It's from the Chase General Fund. $25,632.85 was spent in January, and it would be better to have this cash as pooled cash in the Chase General Fund, where the $78,367.15 would be the amount for the fund of the 737. This will allow for consistency in the funding process for accounts payable as well as the EFT drafts.
Thank you.
So basically, we're not asking for any money. We're just asking to change it back
Change it.
to the
Different account.
different account instead of the first account that it got approved to go into. So we're just changing what account it's in.
Switching banks.
I'll make the motion to transfer the balance of $78,367.15 retiree health care funds from Oxford Bank Retiree Health OB 2221 to the Chase General Fund Bank, JP 4953.
I'll support it.
Thank you. Any additional comments on the fund transfer? Seeing none, roll call, please.
England,
Yes.
Unruh,
Yes.
Blair,
Yes.
Candeloro,
Yes.
DePalma,
Yes.
Marshall,
Yes.
Rumble.
Yes, motion carries, and that brings us to Smart Fiscal Year 2026 contract.
Okay, this is something that we do every year. Except with this, we are getting a one-time allocation in addition to what we usually get. But this is something we bring to the board every year for our smart buses. It's to receive funding. Does anyone have any question about our smart contract?
I do not.
No?
Nope. It's a very
This is
good
every year, isn't
program
it?
that we have at the senior center, so I don't see any reason to not continue it.
Yeah.
Faye loves it too, right, Faye?
Well, we're hiring another driver for it.
That's right.
Right.
And,
It's being used.
yep. All right, would somebody like to make that motion?
I'll make the motion to approve the attached fiscal year 2026 specialized services contract with Suburban Mobility Authority, also known as SMART, and authorize the supervisor to sign it.
Support?
Thank you, Tony. Thank you, Steve. Any additional comments on the contract? Seeing none, roll call, please.
Unruh,
Yes.
Blair,
Yes.
Candeloro,
Yes.
DePalma,
Yes.
Marshall,
Yes.
England,
Yes.
Rumble.
Yes, motion carries. All right, that brings us back to citizens' comments on anything. Please come up and state your name and limit your time to 3 minutes. Is there anybody who would like to say anything? Ed?
Two things. One, I got a letter from our old Secretary of State about the elections, and I guess there's some issue with driver's license and ID and all that, but she's sent it to a lot of people in the community to sign it. I don't know why it's not already in the law when they run elections, but quite a few people got it. The only other thing I have is in the citizen. I think, Jason, you just talked about it a little bit. If they merge the city with the township, my only concern is what does it mean for the water treatment and the sewer stuff? Will there be any discussion before this gets along too much further? So
I mean,
that's my only.
not at this point in time. I mean,
I just don't
nothing-
want to, like, they vote on it and all of a sudden they go, oh, all right, all you people in the township have to pay for all the new sewer systems in the city, or if there'll be a special assessment.
No,
or-
there's already a connection plan and everything for
Okay.
both entities that they've
Okay.
already been a part of, that are already show where the property, where it would go and what properties would be part of it.
So those that use would pay for it, basically, hopefully?
Right.
If, yes, if we can ever find funding.
Yeah, if it ever does, but if it merged, it would all fall under you, right? If it,
Yeah, but they have a connection plan and we have a connection plan, so then it would essentially become
but if it
one.
merged, it would still all fall under you, basically,
If
right?
it-
You'd
if
be
it
like
ever
the
did.
overall, and then the job would be eliminated for the village, and then what do they do with that salary? Do they merge it, or
I don't
say,
know
or
what
the
you're.
village?
Yeah, it would-
If the village wasn't here, then I would imagine the village stuff goes away. I
Yeah,
mean,
okay,
It's
good.
not something we spent
All
any
right.
time even looking at currently, because it's, you know, it has a process to go through. If it gets on a ballot, then it's something we need to worry about.
Yeah, okay, thanks.
Yep.
Brian Reed. I'm a village resident and Brandon Township resident. I think that makes me both, right? If I live in the village. So, longtime resident, graduated in 1988 from Brandon High School, so I was born here and never left. But I do want to make some comments. I have lots of questions, but I didn't think you would actually answer them. So do you want me to read the whole thing
We
first?
don't really answer questions.
Okay, so I thought he just had his answer, but I'll just read the whole thing then.
He wasn't asking about the petition specifically, but.
Oh, this won't be a lot about that. But anyways, first of all, I want to thank you all for what you do. It's not an easy job. I get it. I mean, so thank you all for the service that you put in, everything you do to make our township community better. Really appreciate you. So, I'm here as both a township, village resident, township member, and my purpose tonight is to better understand recent events, future implications, not to argue, but just to gather information. First, Regarding the downtown lighting in the village of Ortonville, the lights were turned off in early January. You could have turned them off in October. Why not? Trick-or-treating that the whole township and neighboring townships come to participate in? Maybe. You could have turned them off during Christmas. That would not be good for the parade and everything. But we chose a dark, cold month to turn off the lights. And again, I don't know clearly if there's a switch that someone had the power to do that. I don't know. I know there's supposed to be some kind of adjuster in there so everyone pays their fair share. I am clear on that piece, but I'm not clear who made the decision to turn the lights off. Was it a late bill by DTE? To my understanding, no, because we haven't figured out how to separate the bill. But someone had to make the decision to turn the lights off. I would like that answer at some point. Turning the lights off and then having a petition started almost immediately after the coincidences and everything don't look good. And again, I'm not choosing sides. I'm a township resident, a village resident. Not choosing sides, just when you add things up, turn off the lights after all the events that everyone shares and is over, and then petition shows up. Hey, I'm a village resident. We merged township, guess what? I don't pay $3,500 in taxes extra, right? So, can the township clarify? Was there a written notice provided to the village prior to the lights being shut off? Who ultimately made the decision? Why January chosen the coldest, probably unsafest month in the streets to shut those lights off? These are factual questions, and written documentation would help residents understand the process. Second, regarding the FAQ that was sent out in regards to how it would happen, you need to clearly make sure everyone understands the special assessment. My dad lives in the township. He doesn't live in the village. He doesn't understand it. Many don't. The township's worried about paying for sewers for just the village. We don't want to be charged that. I hear that all the time. The village is probably worried about, we don't want to foot the whole bill for everything or made to be this or that or whatever it may be. People don't understand special assessment. With special assessment, all the services that are rendered in the village right now could actually go up and be far more than what you're paying in village taxes, or it could be less. There is no known.
Your 3 minutes is up, Brian.
Can I have then 15 seconds because I didn't get a 30-second warning? And I'll run through it.
Warnings. Go
right.
ahead. You got 10 seconds.
All right. These are important considerations for residents evaluating long-term cost representations. Lastly, the village has expressed interest in a joint public town hall meeting. Would the board here agree to that? If not, why? Transparency, clear communication is important to all of us, whether within township and village. Thank you for the extra time.
Anybody else?
My name is Alex Falker. I am a village trustee. I appreciate the time that I get to speak tonight because the delusion petition that is currently circulating affects both of us and the township. And I want to be very clear on the onset that the village here is not here to argue. We are here to communicate responsibly, openly, and professionally. Our residents deserve nothing less. As you know, the dissolution process is serious and it affects public assets, public services like the DDA, the DPW, township responsibilities, county responsibilities, and the identity of our community. Because of this, I would like to essentially both the township and the village to operate in factual, coordinates, and in a transparent manner. Tonight, I want to formally request several things from the township. I want to establish a clear, reliable communication channel during this process. I would like the township to provide accurate information to the public on what the dissolution truly means. Residents have many questions that only the township can answer. Number 3, the township participates in a joint information session. The village will be hosting a community meeting here this month. I would love for the benefit of the township supervisor to be there side by side to show that the impacts and show your sides of the story and be able to be transparent. Other than that, I thank you for your time, and that's it.
Thank you. Anyone else? Okay. Seeing none. Any additional board comments? Scott?
Nope.
Steve?
Happy Valentine's Day.
Thank you. Bob?
You're such a romantic. Happy Valentine's Day, and I have nothing else.
Tony? I'm good. Dana?
I wanted to also state that I did attend the retirement for Glover, Lieutenant Glover. It was a nice event, and he will be missed. I also wanted to say that I am fully committed to communicating with the village and only giving facts, and that's all I have done is provided facts and the truth. I support the village residents in whatever decision that they end up making. As Jason had mentioned, it's early in the process, so we haven't had time to finalize or figure out numbers or procedures aren't set yet. Obviously, we don't even know if it's going to go to vote or not. Obviously, if we find out it's going to make the ballot, we would start working, and we have actually started, I've started looking at numbers and stuff like that, so I'll make sure that I do my due diligence and support whatever the residents decide.
Thank you. Rosalind?
Thank you.
Okay, I don't have anything additional, so we're looking for a motion to adjourn.
So move.
Second.
All those in favor, please signify by saying aye.
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 Motion carries.